Hello developers, welcome to Mining Devs. Today we are going to talk about Bitcoin, the hottest technology that there is. You must have heard about it from the news, from the prices going up and down, right? And from your friends, from your family, that something like this exists, or some other cryptocurrency for that matter, right? What exactly is the technology behind it? This is the question of a lot of people that are there, right? And why are the prices so much? What is so valuable in Bitcoin? So what we'll do today is we'll try to go uh, and read about the Bitcoin white paper. We'll try to explain Bitcoin white paper as much as possible and in layman language, so that you as a newcomer can get onboarded and understand what Bitcoin actually is. Now, what is Bitcoin white paper? Bitcoin white paper is just an information document that was launched by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008. That white paper contains information on the plan of action of Bitcoin. It suggests each and everything that Bitcoin is built upon. It suggests problems as well as solutions, right? So we'll go towards the introduction part, we'll go towards the network part, we'll go towards the transactions part, and as well as we'll go towards the wallets part, the keys, and all the basic stuff that we need to cover in this white paper series. So stay tuned and let's get started.
In this video, we'll try and cover networks. Now, some of you may be familiar with the previous videos that we posted. Some of you might be familiar with the term miners now, as well as the term node, right? So what we'll try to do is we'll define each and every one of them. Now, all of them are synchronous to each other, right? All of them has a meaning, but at the same time, what they are part of a Bitcoin network, right? So let's try and understand what exactly it is and how is it formed, right? So what happens when a transaction is done? That transaction is actually broadcasted to the network, to the whole network, to the whole system of nodes that are running the blockchain, right? So that transaction, but when a node receives that transactions, what they do is they try and insert it into a block, right? So after that, what that node works on is to find a proof of work for its block. If 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 you are not familiar with proof of work, try watching the video linked along with this video about proof of work, as well as about timestamp servers, where we have discussed about what exactly is proof of work. So what each node has to do is they have to find work on finding uh, the proof of work for its block, and when they do, they broadcast the block to all nodes. Now, if the remaining nodes accept the block that and verify that all the transactions are valid and not already spent, they insert it into the block. So this is how the double spent problem that we discussed in the previous videos is resolved. And the nodes, they express their acceptance of the block by working on creating the next block in the chain using the hash of the accepted block as the previous hash. As we discussed in the timestamp video, this is how the timestamp thing comes into picture. The hash of the previous block is being fed to the next hash. Now all the nodes, then they start working on creating the other blocks. This is how nodes in the Bitcoin system, they work on creating the system of network. Nodes always consider the longest chain to be the correct one, and they'll keep working on extending it, right? And let me briefly tell you about what exactly is the longest chain concept, right? So supposedly, consider a situation that uh, two nodes, they submitted a block to the chain at exactly the same moment, right? So what they've done is they submitted their block to the chain. They broadcasted it at a very similar moment, right? So in that particular case, what will happen is some of the nodes will receive the first block broadcasted. Some of the nodes will receive the second block that was being broadcasted. So during this process, how will what will the chain consider? Like which particular block will the chain consider? So in that particular case, what will happen is that the second chain, the second block linked to the to maybe this block or to maybe this block, the second block that will be generated. And if second block is generated quickly in this particular case, then the chain that will be found will be of this blocks, right? And if in case the block is generated on the other end, then what will happen is that the chain that will be found will be of the other block. So the longest chain will come into play, and the chain that was you know considered as the shortest one, where the second block was not been able to they were not able to mine it earlier than the other chain. So that particular chain will be discarded, and the longest chain will be selected. So this is the concept of the longest chain, right? Here Satoshi also says the nodes that were working on the other branch will then switch to the longer one. So whatever the nodes that were working on the other branch that was created due to this, due to simultaneously sending two blocks at a time, right? So due to that, when there were two chains created, in that particular case, the longest one will win, right? And the longest and the quickest one will win, and all the nodes then will accept those blocks, and then we'll start working on that particular chain that was created. In the next section, we'll try to cover incentives, as to what are the incentives that this particular chain has provided to miners, and talk about some CPU powers as well that are associated with it.
Thank you for watching this video. Please do comment. Please do leave your valuable comments in the comment section. And if you have any doubts, please comment, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible, and we'll try to clarify it. And as well as if you need some more videos on some different topics that you want to understand, please leave us a comment, and we'll try and make all those videos so that you as a newcomer can understand better. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe the channel. Thank you.